Hey, we'd like to take a minute to thank our sponsor, iZotope, makers of software and plugins for audio repair, mixing, and mastering. We use iZotope products here at the High Gain. It's an important part of how we've been able to bottle pure podcast gold week after week. And guess what? iZotope offers 1 free month of Music Production Suite Pro, which has all the tools you need to mix, master, and repair audio. Also, you can get 10% off all other software using the promo code FRET10. That's FRET10. All of this is at iZotope.com, IZOTOPE.com. Hey, we'd like to take a minute to thank our sponsor, iZotope, makers of software and plugins for audio repair, mixing, and mastering. We use iZotope products here at the High Gain. It's an important part of how we've been able to bottle pure podcast gold week after week. And guess what? iZotope offers 1 free month of Music Production Suite Pro, which has all the tools you need to mix, master, and repair audio. Also, you can get 10% off all other software using the promo code FRET10. That's FRET10. All of this is at iZotope.com, IZOTOPE.com. If cutting-edge synths and studio-quality effects are your thing, they are, right? Our friends over at Native Instruments have a deal for you. The complete 14 Select collection contains 18 premium instruments and effects, 8 expansions sound packs, and more than 15,000 sounds. Legendary vintage synths, sampled percussion, pianos and organs. There's even a sampled Rickenbacker 4003 bass. Put a little round reverb in there, add some replica delay. I smell a hit. Go to nativeinstruments.com and use the promo code PODCAST to save 50% on Native Instruments' complete 14 Select software bundle. Sun's out, guns out. It's the summer of sound. Native Instruments, along with their pals over at iZotope and Plugin Alliance, have put together a huge sale happening across all 3 companies at once. Get 50% off products, updates, and upgrades, plus special hardware and software bundle deals. Guitar Rig 6 Pro, half off. Ozone, half off. Kirchhoff EQ, half off. Do you see the pattern here? The Summer of Sound special offer is valid until July 6th, 2023 at the Native Instruments online shop, the iZotope online shop, and the Plugin Alliance online shop.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hey, Ed.
Yeah, it's me, Ed Peterson.
Yeah.
What's going on, John?
Well, you know, taking names.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I've got a list.
Where are we?
We are in beautiful West Seattle, Washington, USA, United States of America.
Yeah, it's the High Gain Podcast. What do we talk about?
Guitars.
Yeah, not grandpa guitars this week.
Not this week.
Let's take a break from that.
Yeah.
That business. People love the Larrivee, though.
It's a hell of a guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one, it's kind of grandpa-esque.
Grandpa-esque?
I think so. The 335-ish, right? It's kind of
Ish.
in that body shape.
Yeah.
It's like a real 50s kind of thing. You know? What does this guitar have that Ed Peterson loves?
This guitar is all black.
Yeah.
Matte black.
Matte black. Ed loves that.
Ed loves him some matte black.
Yep. I'm into it. It looks cool. I like the matte. I do. What about you?
I like the matte black also.
I kind of like the inlays on this. Kind of blocky, you know?
Yeah. Small block inlays. Kind of nice.
Yeah.
Today we're going to be talking about the Gibson ES-339, Ed.
You told me that's what it was, and all I could identify on it was it's smaller. It looks just like a 335, but smaller. Is that what it is?
That is a really good place to start.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there more to it than that?
A little bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we're not done.
No.
We're going to keep going.
Yeah, we're going to keep going.
It's beautiful West Seattle.
Uh-huh.
It's sunny out.
Yep.
Everyone's feeling okay, I think.
Feeling good.
Mustache check. How's that coming along?
Still going.
It's been 6+ months of that stash.
I'm going to see if I can make it a year.
I think that's a great idea.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
Okay. Beverages.
Beverages, Ed.
I got a black coffee in a crow mug.
You love the crow mug.
I do. I came here with a coffee in a cup, and it was like, oh, I'm going into recording. Got to be on my A game. Got to step it up.
Yep.
So I grabbed the crow mug and poured my coffee into the crow mug.
Let's do this at the same time.
Yeah, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
Ooh. Ooh. Oh, geez.
Careful.
I'm kind of dripping on my Benson Amps t-shirt.
We both have non-alcoholic beverages today.
Yeah.
I have a Athletic Brewing Company Free Wave Hazy IPA,
The orange one.
the orange one.
See that, John? A non-alcoholic Guinness in a pint glass next to the crow mug. Have you had one of those, the non-alcoholic Guinness, John?
I've tried it. I have not had a whole one. I don't think. Maybe. I don't know. The first beer I ever had,
Was Guinness?
warm Guinness.
You were 21, of course.
Oh, of course. Me and my hoodlum friends managed to get some somewhere, but we couldn't risk walking by parents with it.
Sure.
So we devised a way to tie a rope around it and pull it up through the window.
Yeah.
Since then, I've always liked the taste of it.
It's great. That guitar's black.
This guitar is black. This one came into Thunder Road Guitars.
ThunderRoadGuitars.com.
Yeah, that's them.
Okay, Uncle Frank and the crew.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, the strings, they might not be 8s, but at the most they are 9s.
Yeah, at the most. These are very light strings, which I would say was a mistake.
100%.
I would not have put super light strings on a guitar like this.
Nope. And you can hear it. There's going to have to be that caveat.
We're going to try to work around that because we are professionals here.
The people come to expect that from us. These guys are pros. That's all I hear.
And we don't want to let down anybody,
No.
either the general listener out there or anybody who has put their trust in us on Patreon.
Patreon.com/thehighgain.
Yeah, we've got one of those.
Yeah.
Let's just jump right in here.
Yeah.
The ES-335, I'm sure you can tell me the year that was put out.
1958, John.
Yeah.
The golden year.
Yeah.
Gibson, top of their game. They peaked early. They have not since had a year like 58. I would say that is a true statement.
So they're like the high school athlete of guitar manufacturers.
Exactly.
Still living at home with their parents.
Exactly. What's that Springsteen song? Glory Days. That song is effectively about Gibson in 1958.
Yeah, so the idea behind the 335 was that it was a semi-hollow body, thin lined, not a big jazzy boy, had a block down the middle to kind of suppress feedback where they could. People loved it. They still make it today, and that started where we're headed today.
Okay.
Eventually, they would move on to the ES-345, which was a 335 that was super duper fancy.
Yeah. Did the 45 have the like chicken head knob on it?
The Veritone switch?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it did.
Okay. There's so many numbers in there now in that 335 range.
Yeah.
339.
339. This is essentially a 335 shrunk down to roughly Les Paul shape.
Oh, size? Yeah.
Size.
Kinda. Yeah.
The shape is still 335 double cutaway. And that is the only difference other than an upgraded tone circuit.
Okay.
That they call the Memphis tone circuit. It is meant to retain the high end. But in fact, all they did is changed the pots from
Yeah.
300K to 500K.
That's interesting because we've got this guitar with light strings on it, and then you've got that boosted high end, which I feel like might kind of play together in the not best way.
Yeah, it is kind of funny that way because normally I jack up all the knobs and leave them, other than when we're walking through the pickups.
Yeah.
Right out of the gate, I've turned both of these tones almost completely down
Yeah.
to try to get more growl out of it.
That's kind of growly. Shout out Benson and Chase Bliss.
Yeah, this is a preamp Mark II that I have employed for some more tone shaping.
You've employed the Mark II.
Okay, well, let's talk about what we're talking about here. It's got two humbuckers. In this case, these are classic 57s.
Okay.
You could get PAFs in it
Okay.
or burst buckers.
They didn't skimp on the pickups.
Oh, they're all great pickups. I like the idea of PAFs, though.
Sure.
Let's see what we've got here. I'll go to the neck, full necky.
That sounds pretty good right there.
If I go full bridge,
Oh, yeah. I'm ready. It's going to be great. Guess the guitar, guess the pickups. No one would get that.
what would they guess?
I don't know.
Put a little something on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. What year did this come out?
It's a fairly new idea for them.
Okay.
Introduced in 2007.
Still made?
Yeah.
Okay.
For somebody that wants the ES-335, but a more manageable package, I guess this would do it.
Who doesn't want a more manageable package?
I can't think of anyone.
I want to love this guitar, John. I want to.
Yeah. You could also get two different necks on this thing. This one has a slim 60s neck.
I did like the neck on it
Yeah.
when I was playing it. Okay.
They also had the Fatty Boy 59 neck.
I think I would go with this thing.
I think I would too.
Yep. Here's the thing. I really like smaller form factor guitars.
Yeah.
So this thing feels like it should be right in the Ed Peterson pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I'm like a little petite guy.
But it's not.
It's not. It's just one of those weird things where just looking at it, it's like, why is it so small? I should like it, and I don't.
Yeah.
I feel bad about that. Imagine if you took a Telecaster and reduced it to like 80% of its normal size. I think there is probably a market, and I would think I would be that market. I'm the guy who should want a 335, but I just think they're a little too big. This is exactly for those people. That feels like that should be me. And then I see it and I'm like, it looks wrong. When we throw this on the blue floor, it's just going to look like a 335. But then you see it in person and it's like, oh, that looks weird.
I should have something next to it for scale, like my
Right.
cat.
Yeah.
There was a 336 in the same family. The difference being that that had a carved top and back.
But it was the same size, same
Yeah.
form factor as the 339.
Uh-huh.
Huh. I put the Strymon on with that
With the back talk.
forward delay and backward delay.
Now we're maybe getting into something.
You want that guitar that makes it sound like there's a bunch of bees going crazy? We got you.
Seems like it needs to have a little push in front of it. Or maybe choose one of the different pickup combos that's available.
It came out in 2007. We're still in Henry days. They were still in the like just trying stuff mode.
Since the great Gibson takeover of 19, maybe they trashed it.
$339 in cherry. Yeah, so you can get it today.
How much is it today?
The 335 is just a little bigger.
Yes.
So, there's more wood in it. If clothing were priced according to size, right?
Kind of is.
Sure, maybe. If you got to go to the big and tall man store.
Yeah.
So do you pay more for the bigger guitar, or is a 335 and a 339 the same price today, John? Riddle me that.
To me, it would be logical if they were the same.
Okay.
But something tells me that's not the case.
Who knows? I mean, I do know. And in today dollars, John, we're going to turn this game.
All right.
In today dollars, inflation adjusted to today. How much do you think a Gibson 335/339, because they're the same price in your brain, right?
Okay.
How much do you think that guitar is?
$3,700.
$3,700. You went in high, so you just blanked it, John. You just straight up blanked it, right?
Sweet.
Because, you went over.
Yeah.
It's pretty close. A Gibson ES-335 is $3,500, $3,499. A Gibson ES-339, $2,999.
Huh.
So you're paying $500 more for the big boy. That sort of makes sense to me.
Is that where they've arrived? You're not going to pay more or less or the same based on the feature set of a guitar or what kind of tone you're looking for. We're just going to make it amount of wood. Well, I'm going to turn the tables back.
Oh, no.
In 2007.
Not that long ago, but still, inflation's rampant these days.
Rampant. How much was this ES-339 block inlays matte black?
Yep.
In USA dollars?
Matte black feels like a special thing.
It's possible. I did see a listing of the colors.
Yeah.
And it did not include satin black.
Yep.
But I don't know what year that list was from.
Okay. Even though inflation's a thing, I'm going to go $2,700.
$2,700.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, Ed. It was
Yeah.
$2,800. It's $4,000 today.
There's that much inflation.
Yeah. So you can get a new one of these, just not matte black.
Right.
That's inflation. I don't know what the market is saying about these things.
They make a 335, a 345, and the 339 today. So they're making them.
Yeah, I want a semi-hollow body, but that thing's way too big. What do you got?
Yep.
Sure. It serves a purpose.
Yeah. Where was this made? Nashville, Tennessee?
No, this was back in the Memphis days.
Oh.
I can see that you are super impressed.
I don't know that we've ever brought a guitar in here that hasn't been set up by our friends over there at Thunder Road Guitars.
ThunderRoadGuitars.com?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frank and the crew usually set these things up. This just goes to show how much a good setup kind of matters.
Yeah, and I know that they put heavier strings on everything they set up.
At least 10s, right?
At least.
Yeah.
On something like a Jazzmaster or a Jaguar, probably 11s.
Yeah.
Those guitars like heavier strings.
Mm-hmm. What do they say about that, John?
Oh, tension equals tone?
Trademark the high gain.
Yeah, sure.
Don't you think?
Like a guy having
a headache.
Fingers to his temples.
Yeah.
Tension headache.
Yeah. I get it. No, I get it.
You get it?
John's rubbing his temples
I'm
for me.
pantomiming it.
Yeah.
Yeah, tension equals tone.
You gotta try it. Try and decide. Is it hello or goodbye? Buy or deny?
Well, Ed,
Yeah.
on the face of it,
Yep.
I would have said, or I might have said, the signs are favorable.
Right.
After all, you've got a couple of humbuckers.
Mm-hmm.
It's all black, matte black.
Matte black.
I would have thought Ed's got to have it.
Yep.
The Gibson ES-339, buy or deny.
Hard pass.
Hard
deny.
Of all the things we talked about, what's top of list for you? Top of your deny
The
list?
top of my deny list is literally the size, which feels weird to say because I kind of like smaller, lighter guitars. But this one looks weird not being a full-size 335 to me. I just can't get past it. When you opened the case, I was just like, oh, that color's awesome. Why is it so small? Like, what's going on?
Why is it so tiny?
What about you?
Well, I got to admit, I was hoping to like it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought maybe the smaller size is kind of cool in a novel way.
Yeah.
We've played smaller guitars that are just rippers.
Like that Yamaha Samurai or whatever. Little tiny, almost like a Parker Fly kind of shape thing.
Yeah, and it just like kicked your ass.
Yeah, love it.
And so I was thinking, oh, maybe this is a smaller size thing where I'm going to lean into it and it's just going to shred.
If this thing had been set up, how much of that is just tempering your opinion of this guitar? Because for me, that is not the top of the list.
For me, it's significant.
Yeah.
I just don't like the feel.
But that's probably the setup, or do you mean the feel of just the smaller size?
I think it's probably the setup. I think you're probably right. The playability is there, but I just don't like playing it, I guess.
Yeah.
And that could be the strings, it could be the pickups, or it could just be the small size. I don't know. But for me, it's got to be a deny also.
Yeah. When you said matte black and I had in my brain 335, because I've seen those 335s in matte black and love them.
Yeah. Well, so that's a double deny over here at High Gain.
Yeah.
I will make sure to get something to indicate scale, and then I will take lots of pictures and we'll put them up.
Mm-hmm.
And you, the viewer, can decide.
Yeah.
And weigh in. Contact us. Email. We like that.
Yeah.
Patreon.
If you've got a 13-year-old that wants an electric guitar, perfect. Someone just a little smaller hands. I think this could be good.
Yeah.
Scale's still all the same.
Yeah.
Are we part of the Ruinous Media network of music-related podcasts, John?
Yes.
We are.
Not only that.
Yeah?
Did you notice there's another podcast
In
in the network? Friend of the show, the Midriff Podcast. Our friend Hillary,
Yep.
over there at the Midriff Podcast, has joined the network.
That's killer.
Yeah, we would like to welcome Hillary and the Midriff gang
Yeah.
into the network with us. That's going to make this summer's Ruinous Picnic
Oh, my God.
crazy.
Has that started popping off yet?
Any minute now, I suspect.
Yep.
You know, listeners, there's lots of great stuff over there at Ruinous Media.
Sure. You kidding?
Yeah, it's not just all Ed and John.
Tour stories,
Yeah,
anti-heroes.
some great ones. So go over there and listen to that stuff. And then when you're done, let's just meet back at the location we've agreed upon, over by the fountain next to the restrooms.
Yep.
And we'll do it again next week.
Don't forget to leave those reviews on iTunes.
Reviews are great. Okay, Ed.
Bye.
Bye now.